Hey YouTube, and UBC, got a collection to show off today. My name is Jeremy Lett, Mr. Snake Eyes 99, and I got some of the swords and knives in my collection that I'm going to show off today. So without further ado, I'm going to go ahead and start from the top. Here I have a Shirosaya katana. Below this, I have the Cold Steel Warrior katana. The older version. I've used that a lot of times for cutting in my videos and just in general fun purposes. This is a Musashi katana with Suba that I put on. This is the Shura 9260 spring steel katana, very tough sword. And I have Damascus katana, which is very beautiful and fully functional. And here I have the Chines Yamakami Mountain Guardian Ko-Katana, and this is just a tough little bastard right here. Use this quite frequently. I have the CRKT Hisho. This is one of my favorite blades to cut with of all times that I have. Of all my knives, I go for this a lot and bring it with me on occasions, just in case. You never know, the random zombie and bad guy and whatnot. This is a custom Damascus Tonto with meteorite iron, and I don't know if you can see the contrast from the lighting, but it's a raindrop bird's eye pattern Damascus, made by a guy in Arizona named Jim Ort. One of my favorite pieces of collectible knives I have. Up here we have, this is a Wally Hayes design Yoridoshi, or armor piercing dagger. And it's also Damascus. It's a random pattern Damascus. Very beautiful. This is a Gilhibben Hornet short sword, and I got that back in '98. Collectible sword. I like it. This is a Kos Hanwei medieval sword, and I like it a lot. It's my only medieval sword that I have that I would call fully functional, as it's not a stainless steel blade. And going on down the line, got the old Cold Steel Ko-Piece machete. This is the original Ko-Piece that they only had for a little while. I managed to get one from the company. Picked this thing up for 20 bucks, and I've used the heck out of it. You got your common old workhorse, the Cold Steel Kukri machete, and did a little messing around with the paint in the background. Got the Branton axe here. This is a hell of a workhorse. I chop and cut and use this all the time for everything that I want to use an axe for. Some things I shouldn't. It's a custom design axe by Bobby Branton with the serial number 26100. I didn't buy it for the serial number. I bought it because it's a badass axe and I wanted to use it. This is a knife I carry every day. This is my Spyderco military, and sometimes if I just feel like cutting up small bottles or random stuff, I'll just cut stuff up. You guys have maybe seen this. Kukri knife, I don't really know exactly what it is, but it's just fun to cut with. Gerber Mark II dagger. Nice little sticker right here in case people get out of line. I have an older Gerber Bowie knife, Gerber utility Bowie knife. This has literally chopped me through miles of trails and cut through multiple jugs and targets and all things I've thrown at it, and it's never failed me or let me down once. The SOG Navy Seal Pup with the pattern, with the camo pattern. I really like this knife. It just looks cool, and not to mention it works good. It's a great all-around carry knife if you're out and, you know, hiking around or something like that. It's not too big, not too small. good size. This is a Condor throwing tomahawk or throwing axe that I bought, and originally it was black, all black, but my friend and I messed around with the camouflage paint job, and I think it looks a lot better than the original black. Going on with axes, I've got the Franken axe version 2 that I made. This is a carbon fiber handle over aluminum, aircraft aluminum, and it's been pressed and welded into the L6 tool steel head. I've used this for everything from digging trenches to chopping wood and breaking apart pallets for making fire. I made the head, my friend did the welding, and this is one of the let-made blades that I'm proud of. Another axe that I think is pretty cool that I like to use and chop and cut stuff with is the SOG Fusion Tomahawk. I modified it with the leather handle that a buddy gave me from a deer skin that he shot with a bow. It feels much more comfortable. But all around, this is just a good axe for the price. It's, you know, under 50 bucks, 40 bucks, whatever. I like it. One of my original first knives that I bought, fixed blade, was a Buck Nighthawk, and this has my initials on it. It's got a nice handle. Feels like you just wouldn't lose it even if your hands are slippery with, you know, grease, oil, or whatever. It's got this rubber grip. It's just And on from the more tactical to a beautiful blade here. This is one that was custom made by a guy I found offline. It's ladder pattern Damascus, water buffalo horn, camel bone, walnut. Just beautiful. Some of these blades here are the let-made blades that I've made and I use and carry and whatnot. This is the Thai Tonto. This is my first knife I ever made. It's made of titanium. This is one I call the Let-Made Ally, and it's just a simple design, paracord wrap, tool steel blade. Another tactical fighter style knife. I don't really have a name for this. Just a fighter's knife. This is a Bowie that I bought. I bought the blade for blank and I put the handle on. The handle is called bokote, or bokote wood. It's a hard wood. There's one of my rough and raw users, kind of in a design of a Bowie and a kukri together, almost like a bow kukri. And I've used this out in the woods quite a bit, and it's pretty good. Now, who doesn't recognize this knife? I mean, anybody who knows knives knows the K-bar. And I originally didn't want a K-bar, but I decided I was putting it in my collection because the price was right. It came from a former Marine, and he just didn't have a use for it anymore. He didn't want it, and he needed money, so I took it off his hands. For all you cutters out there who own a K-bar, try going through a 2-liter one of these times with your K-bar and let me know how that goes. Kind of tough. This is a Camelus CQB1 made by Bob Terziola. I really love this knife. This is another knife that I carry on me sometimes when going out and about. It's got a half serrated blade, ATS 34 or 154 cm blade. Badass. Alright, moving on down. A Ninja Star that I made and put a little pattern on. Spun throw. This is a good cutter knife right here. I've cut a lot of things with this knife. It's called the Shank Factory. It's custom made 1 of 2 knives. Cold Steel Recon Tonto. Everybody can appreciate a good solid fixed blade, and this has been one that's never let me down for whatever I put it through. Custom fighter knife made by Dennis Cook from Arizona. This is called the Hawk Fighter Knife, and absolutely just melts into your hand. It feels like it belongs there. We got a Snody Juju. This is a Benchmade Mike Snody collaboration, and it's limited edition, and I was lucky enough to get me one of these, and I don't use it too much, but I really like it. I thought it was worthy of being shown in the video. I've got one more thing I'm going to show you guys here. Cold Steel Gladius machete, and I actually have chopped through trees with this. Not in one swipe or nothing, but hey, it's a machete. It's not really a sword, it's a machete. Right? Alright guys, well thanks for checking out my stuff. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this, and happy safe cutting. Thank you. Fuck, that was too long.